Attention! The European Central Bank delivers the blow to Bitcoin. Despite a spot ETF approval in the US, the ECB claims Bitcoin falls prey to fraud and manipulation. Stay tuned as we navigate the impact of this critical stance on the world of crypto. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. Taking a look at the Fundstrat's prediction for 150,000 Bitcoin in 2024. This is how we get there. If Tom is right, the market cap would be at 3.15 trillion by end of 2024. And in order to get there, based on the current bear market multiplier of 55 and both a bull market multiplier of 118, here's how much capital would need to be injected. Bear market multiplier 57.2 billion or 236 million per trading session. Both a bull market multiplier 26.7 billion or 110 million per trading session. We're firmly trading between these numbers right now, and as the number of trading sessions increases, we'll get a bigger picture. I think the risk of Tom's analysis is the amount of capital rotation still to come based on people who bought between 50 and 69,000 that will be relieved to get out at small loss or a small profit. But overall, it's solid expectation and based on the first 26 trading sessions, as we're on pace of 39.9 billion of injection trajectory in 2024, which at the current bear market multiplier would lead us to $104,000 in price. As my target was 100k, I'll be over the moon if we hit Tom's target of $150,000 this year. Here's your daily reminders to stick to the plan. Don't sell your coins to the bankers, at least not yet. When the price is gonna get back to the previous all-time high, the DCA out will start in. As we will go below the 30,000, you should DCA in and purchase more coins. Now you can see the JP Morgan bashing Bitcoin price action, claiming it's only retail driven by impulsive decisions, saying that big money has not bought. This comes simultaneously while European Central Bank claims Bitcoin is worthless as you smell it. Are you really bearish here? While euro is down 99% against the Bitcoin, the European Central Bank says Bitcoin fair value is still zero. The only asset in this world that allowed you to outperform inflation and be a big winner is Bitcoin only. As these ECB comments make even more bullish, as these ECB comments make more bullish, as Bitcoin has failed to become a global decentralized digital currency, instead falling victim to fraud and manipulation, as the recent approval of an ETF doesn't change the fact that Bitcoin is costly, slow, and inconvenient, argues the ECB bloc. But we are going to discuss a little bit more on this situation a little bit later. Bitcoin has failed on the promise to be a global decentralized digital currency, the European Central Bank says, and mobile phones have failed, telephone manufacturers said long ago. And we can understand that we are on the right path. When the banks actually say that we are going down, we are only going up. You never sell your Bitcoin. Here is the meme. Babe, please sell your Bitcoin, we're millionaires. And the real guy says, no, you never sell your Bitcoin, you only buy more. Been a while, but here's how things look in the Cointalkie Derby for Bitcoin ETF since their launch. Also, just in, the European Central Bank says Bitcoin fair value is zero and has failed on its promise, and the ETF is approved. Euro versus Bitcoin is actually heading to zero, and we can literally see that on this chart over here. Through the years from 2010, we were only going down and never up compared to the Bitcoin. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Nietzsche. The how of Bitcoin is computer science, economics, monetary history, mathematics, cryptography, thermodynamics, game theory, psychology, and evolutionary biology. The why of Bitcoin is a human freedom. Just in, Gary Gensler and the SEC are being sued in Texas for overreach on Bitcoin and the digital assets. Reasons why Bitcoin will reach 200k in this bull run. ETF potential spark optimism. Anticipation builds around the halving event, as the Fed rate cuts could fuel the surge. Recent stagnation seen as temporary, and bullish long-term outlook amidst volatility. 6. Demand and supply and dynamics in play. Also, the big topic of today's video, Bitcoin has failed, says European Central Bank. Bitcoin, the original crypto, received a heavy backlash from the European Central Bank while it received a spot exchange traded fund approval in the United States. An ECB blog suggests that the Bitcoin has failed to become a global decentralized digital currency, instead falling victim to fraud and manipulation. The US Securities and Exchange Commission approved ETFs for Bitcoin on January 10th, sparking optimism in the market. However, the ECB warns against viewing this asset as proof of Bitcoin's safety and unstoppable success. The central bank suggests that a Bitcoin's fair value remains zero despite the ongoing search, and according to the blog, society faces potentially dire consequences as due to this. This includes environmental damage and wealth redistribution, as the European regulators highlighted that a Bitcoin has failed to fulfill its original promise of becoming a global decentralized digital currency, and it points out that Bitcoin transactions are still inconvenient, slow, and costly, as ECB raised the crucial issue of regulatory efforts to curb criminal activities on the Bitcoin network. However, this also proved to be unsuccessful, as the authority underlined that Bitcoin is not a suitable investment as it lacks the essential characteristics of traditional assets. And this is because Bitcoin doesn't generate cash flow, dividends, or offer social benefits. The blog calls in the allure for retail investors that often stems from the fear of missing out. It exposes them to potential financial losses. Bitcoin has come to a long way from trading around the $16,000 price level in January 2023 to breaching the $52,000 level in February 2024. Bitcoin price is up by around 113% over the last year, as the biggest crypto is up by another 28% in the last 30 days, and Bitcoin is trading at an average price of $51,625 at the price time. As however, Bitcoin is aiming to hit a new all-time high, its 24-hour trading volume stands at around $29 billion. Bitcoin is nearing its major halving event, and meanwhile the ECB seems to have a problem regarding Bitcoin's proof-of-work mining mechanism. The regulator mentions that it continues to have an environmental impact, as the higher Bitcoin prices are correlated with increased energy consumption as miners seek to cover higher operational costs. And the ECB further warns of renewed boom-bust cycle, and it cautions small investors from re-entering the crypto market. However, the cumulative crypto market cap is nearing to reclaim $2 trillion mark with a bullish momentum. The next one on today's video, famous Bitcoin bull Mike Novogratz announces his new prediction as Bitcoin price will fall to this level at most, and the rally will continue from there. As the Bitcoin continues its volatile movements in the recent days, investors are worried about whether there may be further declines. While there are many analyses at this point, one evaluation came from the Galaxy Digital CEO Michael Novogratz. The famous CEO, known for his support for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, claimed that Bitcoin could fall to 42,000 at most if it experiences a correction. And participating in CNBC's Squawk Box program, Novogratz stated that the Bitcoin price could potentially drop to 42,000 in the face of market dynamics and regulatory changes. As Novogratz stated that although he foresees a potential decline for Bitcoin in the short term, he expects an increase in the long term. And I expect there will be a decline in Bitcoin, but I don't expect a huge decline. However, I think Bitcoin may decline to a maximum of 42,000 during the possible correction, and even there is a decline, the decline will not deepen and recovery will come immediately from those regions. That's all the information we got on today's video, and if you're interested in more content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.